Hello folks, Scott Grove here. I just had a request from one of my buddies at TDPRI. This goes out to Lug, who wanted to check out the Gibson S1. Now this here was the very first year for the S1. This is your 1976. Okay, they incorporated the old Flying V Arrowhead headstock. You could check out the from 74 to 76 Gibson used these decals back here on the headstock instead of actually stamping them in. The only thing not original about this guitar, of course, is the Grovers that were installed on here before I got it. I'm sure it's an upgrade. I still prefer everything original on these things, but you get what you get, but they do hold tune extremely well. Okay, now what we have here is the first variation of these to come out. They changed them a little over the years before people who had really closed minds wouldn't accept them. This was Gibson's answer to the Stratocaster. So what you have are 3 single coil Bill Lawrence pickups, and what makes these really different, if you can tell, you can see the windings and you can see the blade pieces. They're all sealed in epoxy. You cannot touch the blades on these. You cannot touch anything on them, actually. You cannot break the windings. They're just sealed in there, which is really a cool idea. No noise from these things. You talk about Fender coming out with their vintage noiseless pickups. Man, these things were out 30 years before Fender come out with them, as was the whole concept of actually getting all 3 pickups on at the same time. This guitar did it. Okay, so you have the standard, what was typical back in the mid-70s for Gibson, with their stop bar tailpiece and the bridge. For Gibson, a bolt-on neck, a la Fender, okay? Gibson people did not accept change. We got to have 2 humbuckers and a set neck. We're old and we fear change. We can't take it. So the guitar died after about 1982, just because people were too ignorant to accept something that was really very cool. Same goes with Fender, but at least some of the Fender folks have accepted a humbucker in their guitars these days. Fender hasn't wisened up enough to actually be able to tap or split the humbucker yet, but go figure. You know, they don't always give you what you want. What is cool about these guitars is actually everything works. By that I mean, okay, it's your common good-looking body shape. It's like a Les Paul, but just a slight bit thinner. It's still got a good amount of weight to it. Good chunky neck, not quite as thick as some of the other Gibson necks. What we have is a volume knob that actually works. No scratches, no going from 0 to 10 without anything in between. Tone, same way. So right up and down the whole thing, man, they actually use quality parts. What we have on the knob is a 4-way rotary switch and then just a 2-way toggle switch. The way these are put together, in position number 1, okay, on your rotary switch, what you have are your your neck and your middle pickups are on at the same time. So it's just like your 4 position on a Strat. I'm going strictly clean on the amp, nothing but a little reverb, so we're not masking any sounds. Okay, so you got your typical 4 position Strat sound right there. Very un-Gibson sounding, very Stratty. Go to position number 2, and you get the bridge in the middle, like your 2 position on your Strat. The one that everybody, you know, your woman tone. Okay, and position number 3, you actually end up with all 3 pickups on at the same time. Okay, ta-da! Fender never did that until 1983 with the Elites, with the push button switches. Okay, so again, way ahead of their time. So you have all 3 pickups now. Not trying to amaze you with any guitar stuff, just hear the tone, okay? Okay, so still very cool. Position number 4. Your telly sound, your bridge, and your neck pickup. Middle one's gone, okay? Okay? That's what you get there. Okay, now what is weird, but still kind of cool, it's the only way they did it, could figure it out, without putting a 5-way switch in it, which, who knows, maybe they just wanted another switch. Switches were cool. This 2-way switch, all it does is shut off whatever you've got planned down here on the 4-way switch and turns on the bridge pickup by itself. Okay, so that's what that's all about. It just goes right to bridge pickup mode. So if you are in the 2 mode where you've got your 2 position, your bridge and your middle pickup on your 4-way switch, you simply flick that down, then you're right to the bridge pickup. No matter where you're at on the 4-way control, you go right to the bridge pickup when you flick this. Okay? So you got all 3 pickups on. Hit this, you're right back to just your bridge pickup. So anyway, you have no control cavity of any kind on the back, got a big huge pick guard on the front. Once again, by request, going out to Lug there on a TDPRI, we got the 1976 Gibson S1. What else can you say about it, man? It's just a really cool vintage guitar, provides you with all the Fender-esque sounds. Plays like a Gibson if you're into that, and the scale length and so forth, so you get the best of both worlds. And like I said, people just didn't have an open enough mind, and still don't, to accept Gibson having guitars out that sound like a good old Fender. Why? Who the hell knows? But there you go, Lug. There's the Gibson S1. I hope you enjoyed the little show. For nobody else, just for you, buddy. I know you said you thought it was pretty cool. So, once again, there you go. Coming from your buddy here, old Strato Twanger. Better known as Scott Grove is my name. So nice to meet you, my friend. And anything else I can do for you, just give me a shout. Okay? Take care, all. And go check out some of the old Gibson triple single coil models, man. They're very cool. Take care, guys.